Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial for when you don't have a half hour, 40 minutes to do your makeup and make sure everything is perfect in your eyes and whatever. So I'm basically just going to do just a foundation, powder, blush, mascara, just do your brows, lipstick, and you're out the door. So I'm going to start out with my Victoria's Secret Airbrush Face Primer FX. And I'm just going to squirt that in my hand. And then just rub it on your face. It's silicone based pretty much, so it'll just blend out nicely. Okay, next I'm going to take my M.A.C Mineralized Skin Finish Foundation in NC 37. And there's a bunch of ways you could put on foundation. You could just use your fingers, or you can use, I have a M.A.C 187, so it really doesn't, it's all about preference. I can use the brush though. So I put some foundation onto the back of my hand, and I'm just kind of dabbing the brush in it, because this will pick up a lot, and you don't need to necessarily spray it directly onto the brush. Just hate the shedding. Okay. Other cheek. I'm just looking off into my mirror that's right here. I find that when you put foundation on with your hand, sometimes you can go a little crazy with it, and you actually end up putting on more than you would actually need than if you used a brush, because it spreads it out just enough, and you have product on the brush, so you don't need to keep putting, pushing more product all over. So, I mean, it's all about preference. Okay. And I just like to go right down the jawline, just so everything is nice and even. And if you use a brush and it sheds, you gotta get the little pieces off. Okay. Next, I'm going to use my M.A.C Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark. And I'm going to just take a buffer brush. It came in the Italian Badger collection. I think that's just what it's called. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of massage it into the powder, tap off any excess, and you're just going to buff it onto your cheeks. And since we're not doing our eyes, we can also, go over your eyes with it as well, because you want that nice and even tone. Okay. Other side. And same thing, because as you could see, I mean, I'm gonna mix some powders so I get my exact tone. Excuse me. But if you could see right there, my neck looks a little lighter than my face. So you're gonna bring the powder down a little bit. just keep buffing it in nicely until that line disappears. Okay. Next, I'm going to take just a regular powder brush, and I'm going to use, just because I don't have any lighter powders anywhere, I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready powder in light medium. I apologize, I don't know what's going on with my voice. And I'm just going to lightly just dust the powder onto the brush, and then just quickly just bring it right over my face. And then just use whatever's left over on the brush to kind of put it where you went with the other powder. Okay. Next, I'm going to use just another, this is C219 Deluxe Buffer. I believe this came with maybe like a Bare Essentials or something. And I'm going to use my Laura Geller makeup that I just got from Ulta. This is Balance and Bronze in, I believe it's in a medium. I'm just going to use this, which is just like a darker powder, and I'm going to focus on, okay, right here in this area. So I'm almost going to like contour with it. Just to give your cheeks some depth. Now that line looks a little crazy right now, but it won't by the time we're done like buffing it in and blending it. Okay. Now you could also, if you still feel like that line is just a little too harsh, you could go back to that powder you used before, the powder brush, I'm sorry, that you used before. It's the one I used with the Revlon, and there's still going to be like some powder on there, so you can just lightly like just go over that. And that's just going to hide off any harsh lines. Like that. It's not that harsh anymore. Okay. Now I'm going to use my contour brush. And same thing, Laura Geller, except this is just the blush. And this is Blush and Brighten in Apricot Berry. So. And I actually just got her line the other day. I really like it. Okay, and then you're just gonna kind of dab it on, going like up into where you just put the other, like the contour. Same thing with the other side. And again, it's going to look a little scary at first. And then you just want to take that and just lightly dab it down the bridge of your nose. Okay, same thing. Take your powder, because for me, I don't like to see, you know, a big circle of blush. Some people like, you know, the blush that just kind of, you know, hits you right in the face when you look at somebody. I'm not really a fan of that. I like it more toned. I like it to almost look like I got like, you know, a little sunburn or something. So once again, I will just dip my brush right back into that Revlon powder because it's lighter, and just kind of go around the edges first. Then whatever's left over, I go over and just kind of like in circular motions. So I'm still wearing the blush, I'm still wearing the contour, but now everything is more, it's lightened, so it doesn't look as harsh on my skin. Somebody with darker skin, probably wouldn't be, it wouldn't stand out as much and be so noticeable, but for me, it would look kind of scary. Okay, so same thing on this side. Just go like right over that, over the top, and then whatever's left, circular motions, and just buff. Just touch up your nose a little. Okay. And then again, it's not like a scary line. Okay. Next, I'm going to take, I have a brow powder. It's like a duo brow powder from M.A.C. This is like just like a highlighter on like the arch of your brow if you want to follow. And then this you just fill in your brows with. Anybody who's ever used the powdered, the face powders knows that when they go over their eyebrows, it lightens them a little bit, just because you got all that powder on there. So what I like to do with my mirror, I dip it, you know, I get like a stiff brush, which is, I said, the M.A.C 252. Swish it around in there, and then go right, just trace your brow with it. And it's hard to tell in this light, but this one is significantly darker now than this one because this one has all the face powder on it. Okay. It's a lot better. Alright, I also have this clear brow finisher. It's like a wax. It's from M.A.C. And, I mean, I find that I don't necessarily have to do this step, but for those of you that do, who have, like, you know, brows that don't cooperate with you, you just go right over the powder over your brow, and it'll kind of just set everything. I'm going to be using the Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline for my lashes. Okay, this I'm going to just bring my mirror over here for and look into my mirror so I don't mess up. Okay. And you want to go from, like, you don't want to just put it, like, on, you know, just, like, up here. You want to get it from the roots and almost, like kind of wiggle it to separate the lashes as you come up. Okay, almost out of time actually. Same thing on this eye. And then do your bottom lashes. Okay. Now apply your favorite like lipstick lip gloss. I'm using Viva Glam 5 from M.A.C. So it's just kind of like a pinky color. Still along like the, I don't want to say nudes, but it has like a pinky color, and I'll probably just throw a gloss over afterwards.